Dion Kwan, who is actually blind in real life, is stepping in as Top.
Hey, that's what I like. Method acting. That's what I'm saying, bro. Give me a blind shorty to play the blind shorty. How is she reading her lines? Welcome back to the Stanley Live channel, man. Today, we got a fire video from the one, the only, the homie. It's going to be me. It's going to be chat. And we're reacting to Avatar Studios just broke the fandom. What I'm hoping this video is about, good news about Avatar, because I genuinely want their next thing to be fire. But I have so low hope that's going to be good. So I'm hoping that this lifts my spirits up. Okay, let's get into it.
I can't take this anymore. We can't take this anymore. The fandom is starving, and absolutely starving for real information we can actually sink our teeth into. Avatar Studios took to the stage at CinemaCon on Thursday and officially—
Korra was weak? I don't think Korra was weak. I think Korra was dumb. You know what I'm saying? But she also did like great things. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy actually watching Avatar: The Legend of Korra, or yeah, Korra, sorry. But like, nonetheless, I actually don't think Korra's as bad as everybody makes her out to be. She does have things that I'm not a fan of, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Dropped the first real details about the upcoming animated film featuring the original Aang gang. That was really weird. Aang gang?
Yeah.
Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. And while the news is huge, I'll be honest with you, it's also left me feeling a little overwhelmed. So let's break it down. So first up, we have a title: The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender.
Wait, what?
I'll say that again. The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. And yeah, I have some thoughts on that, but we'll come back to it. We also got a reaffirmation to the main cast, as well as a new casting, and this is where things start to get a little interesting. Eric Nam will be voicing Aang. If you don't know him, Eric is a Korean American.
He looks like an Aang type of nigga. He looks like an Aang type of nigga. I'm not mad at that.
Singer, songwriter, and actor with a huge international following, mostly in K-pop. He's charismatic, thoughtful, and has a ton of personality, so this could actually be a really good casting choice. But the pressure is real. Aang is such an iconic and emotional role, and if Nam can bring that same heart to the role that he's known for in his music and public persona, we could be in good hands. Jessica Madden is our new Katara, and Roman Zaragoza will be voicing Sokka. Dion Kwan, who is actually blind in real life, is stepping in as Top.
Hey, that's what I like. Method acting. That's what I'm saying, bro. Give me a blind shorty to play the blind shorty. How is she reading her lines? Nigga in chat said Braille. Hey, man, you right, bro. That's hilarious.
And Dave Bautista is confirmed to be playing the villain, which could be really fun depending on who he is playing. Now, all those castings are pretty old. We've known about that for, I want to say, almost a year now. The new casting is actually Steven Yeun, whose role wasn't announced. So here's where the speculation kicks in. Yeun did voice Avatar Wan in The Legend of Korra, but having Wan show up in this timeline doesn't really make sense.
At all.
His existence was supposed to be completely—
Man, I really wanted to know more about Avatar 1 too, and I'm not gonna go back and read it. I'm not reading nothing. I'm not gonna lie. But Avatar 1 looked like such a solid nigga, bro.
Forgotten until Korra's timeline. So the more likely theory that Yoon might be voicing Zuko, which is kind of a weird choice. Originally, we all suspected that Dante Bosco to return as adult Zuko.
He's the only person that should be playing Zuko in my mind, bro. If he's not dead in real life, let's just bring him back, genuinely, man.
He was rumored, and let's not forget, he already voiced General Iroh II in Korra, who was an adult. So clearly, he could pull off an older version of the voice. In fact, I always thought that Iroh II sounded exactly like Zuko, which was kind of jarring. So now swapping Dante out completely for Yoon feels like a strange pivot, especially when Dante is still active, involved in the fandom with the Braving the Elements podcast, and honestly is Zuko to many of us. Now, of course, like I said, this is just speculation, but if this casting choice is true, I'm hoping there's a good creative reason behind it, because
it's just, you gotta understand, Avatar really has the opportunity to have an invincible level impact on this generation, man. Like, we could, the way that we're talking about Invincible and are excited about it and the emotional impact and I mean, granted, some of the reason we're talking about Invincible is because of how Mark is kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. Not trash, but weak. ish. You know what I'm saying? But we could be having the same type of discussions, the same type of hype, the same type of, bro, this episode, that episode. That's what I'm hoping for. And they have such a good opportunity to do it, bro. I just can't trust cartoon processes right now, bro. It's so iffy right now. So iffy for cartoons.
Because right now, it's raising more eyebrows than hype. Now, let's talk about where this movie fits in time. We all know it follows Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, and Zuko in their late 20s to early 30s. That's older than previous rumors suggested. And
yo, RT, if I don't have Iroh quotes, if I don't have somebody telling me about life, bro, oh my gosh, bro. I'm saying they have to keep the essence of Avatar within Avatar, bro. I'm being so serious. If it doesn't have the essence of it, bro, this whole thing's gonna be trash, bro. And you gotta understand, I'm an Avatar glazer, bro. I love Avatar. So I'm really looking forward to this, bro. Please don't mess up my childhood.
The door for a lot of interesting possibilities. This could be during the founding of Republic City or shortly thereafter. We don't have official confirmation on exactly when construction began, but it's likely already underway by this point in the timeline. That could mean early tensions between nations, new power structures forming, and possibly the very beginning of the United Republic as an idea becoming a reality.
Right.
And since Aang and Katara are likely married at this point, we could see baby Bumi or even Kaya already born.
Right.
And if the timeline is right, Tenzin might be on the way, which would be a very powerful story beat. Because the moment Aang realizes he might not be the last airbender anymore, that could make sense. That's huge, emotional, and exactly the kind of storytelling this movie should lean into. Which opens up a powerful potential moment. Aang no longer being the last airbender.
Yeah.
If the story leans into that, if we see Aang preparing to pass that legacy on, it could be one of the most emotional and meaningful parts of the film. But all of that is speculation, because here's the truth. We're 9 months away from the movie's release, and we've seen no footage, no teaser, no images, not even a logo was shown to the public. It was shown privately at CinemaCon, but not to us, the fans.
Right.
And that's not a great sign. Yes, they have revealed the logo behind closed doors at CinemaCon, but the fact that they didn't show anything to the fans.
Oh, is it going to be on some Spider-Verse stuff where they push this movie back 16 years before we actually see it? Please don't let that be the case, man.
Not even a teaser image is a missed opportunity, and a weird one at that.
Honestly, I just want to see them going on more ridiculous journeys. Same. If I could see them go on, like, I don't know if y'all watch Freerun, but if I could see them go on some Freerun Beyond Journey's End type of side tangent escapades and stuff like that, I do think what Aang and the gang is doing is massively important to the show, but also at the same time, I would just love to see them mastered elements, going through solving problems, saving villages and stuff like that, bro. Like, that would warm my heart up, bro. I wouldn't even be mad at that, man. Freerun is amazing. Freerun's my anime of the year over Solo Leveling, and I absolutely love Solo Leveling, man. Freerun's amazing.
Considering they just announced that production wrapped last week. For most animation films, you'd have a teaser 9 to 12 months out. Studios like Pixar, DreamWorks, even Netflix start pushing visuals pretty early. And here we are with a January release date and not a single frame. Just look at the new Spider-Verse movie coming in 2027, which was also announced at CinemaCon. We got screenshots for that, but nothing from Avatar.
Right.
It doesn't inspire confidence. If you're 9 months out and just now finishing production with no teaser, no promotional materials, and a title that feels like it was assembled from leftovers, The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender, really? Then yeah, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The title feels so uninspired. For anyone outside the US, The Legend of Aang was already the title of the show. The Last Airbender is the...
Stanley, what are you doing up? I was about to go watch Gundam and go to bed, but now I gotta watch you. Hey, man, I appreciate you watching me, man. I'm glad that I could take up your time, man.
US version. Combining them doesn't tell us anything new. It doesn't set a tone or hint at the story. It feels like branding, not storytelling. Unless, of course, we are talking about maybe Tenzin coming into the fold as, you know, potentially the not Last Airbender anymore, making Aang not the Last Airbender.
Yo, what's happening? Appreciate the first time chat,
We've
Brody.
seen 3
I got a
different
gift
dates.
for you.
January 20th, the one media outlets are currently running with, even though that's a Tuesday, which is almost never used for major releases, or at least theatrical releases. January 22nd, listed on the Australian site, which is a Thursday, which makes a little bit more sense because sometimes some movies do come out a day early, because usually it's Friday that is the release date for movies. So January 30th is the last date that we have rumored, and it's the one that makes the most sense to me.
Warren.
It's the original date reported months ago, and it just makes sense for movies because movies come out on Friday, and that's always been the case for movies. Unless Avatar Studios gives us something official soon, the calendar is just confusing. Personally, I'm still betting on the 30th. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. The cast
as much as I want to see it, take your time if that means that you're gonna guarantee me something good, bro. I just want to watch something good. I want to sit in a movie theater again and just like be like, yo, this was so crazy that I don't want to leave yet. Like, I want to linger in your end credits. Like, I just want to sit here at the end credits and just vibe out. That's how I want it to be. But that's what I want to feel again. So if it takes you an extra year to make me feel that, then go do that. You get what I'm saying? Because I would rather you do something I care about, right, than have something right now that I'm like, dang, I wish you took your time on it. No cap.
As promised, the timeline could be fascinating, but between the title, the silence on visuals, the lack of clarity on casting, and the messy rollouts, we're not off to the strongest start.
At all.
But hey, that's just me. What do you think?
I think that there's hope, man. I'm gonna give them hope, bro. I really think that there's gonna be hope, man. If you guys enjoy this reaction, make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below. It really helps me in the algorithm. Make sure you check out me and Yo-Yo's collab channel called Stan X Yo-Yo. It's called Stan X Yo-Yo, but the channel is actually called XXY. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye. Peace.